Oh, that is so sad.
So can't say we're a little bit later this morning going to the Adrian Shop-A-Holic Haunted Mansion auction, but the sun is beautiful. The fog is kind of starting to lift. It's not as heavy, but it's really pretty. And then you get into where like, oh my goodness, I can't see anything kind of fog, but being that it's 8:30 hour, usually by 9 o'clock the fog has lifted, but it's really pretty this morning. So we are back in Adrian this morning on Saturday, missing the Midland show, missing the Springfield show, just so we can go back for the 6th auction at the Haunted Mansion, which now I'm realizing he is was a shop-aholic. So y'all, now remember when I'm going through boxes, I had a few people comment they thought I was being destructive. Y'all, the mic is right next to, when I'm leaning down and going through things, the mic is right next to the box. So what you might be thinking you're hearing is the clanking, and my mic is right there. So forgive me, I'll try my best. I do try not to ever to break anything, and I do definitely am gingerly, I guess. I just cannot believe how many comments I got on that. But anyway, I'm here, so we're gonna go see what they have out today. Still love taking a picture of the huge mansion itself. It is a packed house today. I think they showed more pictures this time, so we'll just see how it goes, see what they have. Got a lot of artwork again, of course, because he has a whole floor that was just filled with artwork. Looks like there's more tables out. So we'll just start looking right in the boxes. And again, it's not necessarily unwrapped. You can see a piece of glowy glass right off the bat. Those always have a hard time surviving with their, so that's a interesting little old-timey coffee pot there. Some beautiful artwork as always. Lots of pottery. No name. Interested into what this flower frog is down here. Oh, you got some Amberina slag glass ladies. Another one. And then a pretty little, that's a very mid-century modern. Oh, that's California pottery. Oh, that piece is already broken. This handmade pottery piece. It looks like some plates. That's an Italy piece. So we got a vase. Roseville. Can't really get out of that little hen in the nest. It's a nice avocado color though. Oh, California pottery. Try to put everything back in its box. Curious on that big guy. Oh, it's a picture. Okay. It's a picture.
Oh, the little honey jar. The little bottom is a little Francoma piece already broken. Birds. I just love this grumpy. Oh my gosh, and there's something inside of it. Is it? That is fun. Look at that. And then there's somebody inside. That is a cool piece. Oh, hand stitching. That's beautiful. Weird to be on such a fancy frame though. I would have thought it would be a little bit more mid-century modern than the Victorian look. Beautiful stained glass pieces. That blue is cracked. That's very pretty. Interesting. The light. And then somebody drew on the little horn. Just never know how pieces are going to come out. This is a cool set. It is, who is it? Saint Santa Barbara. So you got, so it says Santa Barbara, and it's got a syrup, a sugar, and a salt and pepper, but it's the fun avocado green color. The top and the bottom to the butter dish. Some little tchotchkes, little toothpick holders. Little all salt and pepper shaker set. Very little cups. Oh my gosh. That's a pretty color. Beautiful Jack in the Pulpit here. It has the paper on it. It just needs a base. That's a big boy. I like the writing. There's New York written on it. Just needs a base. So it would be standing upright. It's amazing. Look at how bright that already is. And then even though this is clear glass, that's a cool butter piece. Has its bottom. It's a little chipped up though. Blue Mountain Pottery. Swan. It's in good shape. I can't say that I've ever seen a black one of these. It's a hall piece. Some gold. These are very mid-century modern. I wonder what kind of, they got a lot of Barbies in here though. Those are fun pieces. So this, I didn't know if it was anything. It didn't really come up on my search when I was looking. What else is in? Oh, something's broken in there. So usually there's two sets, but I don't think. What is it? Nope. That is a butterfly. There's some very heavy crystals. Probably would have hung off a chandelier. I think the whole box is those. It feels like that's what's in all of that. Look at these guys. Oh. Yep. Hold on. Let me go to the other side for you.
Oh, you have got
You're fine. You're fine.
watch it, because there's like pour up a little.
Look at those bright colors. They are Fire King. Oh my gosh, those colors are fun. Fun. Oh my gosh, the colors is what I love. Oh my gosh, I love all the colors in here and the cups.
Looks like
Uh-oh. Oh. It's broken though. Unfortunately, it's broken. So that whole thing's broken off. A little custard one.
She's only had to search 200. Hurry up, get there, meet her, drop them there.
I don't know. It'll make up for it, I guess. What is that?
That's why I took the back door.
It's a little kitty.
You want a donut, baby?
One in the garage.
Saw these here last time, but now this time they have the hurricanes with them. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Oh, pocket watches. I know nothing about pocket. Oh, love the mechanism of pocket watches. Oh, so they're all not in great shape. Some are, some aren't. Oh, that one has a railroad on it. Has a train. Don't know too much about the turtle. Oh, when you used to keep track of your bank. That's so cute. And you got a Mickey book. How heavy these are. Oh, they've got a Rusty Krusty Pig though. He is a bank. He is heavy. I did just sell my other one finally. Then they have an angel. A little bit newer, but I bet you these are they feel like they come apart. The beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. The copper has aged. Look at the drip marks. That'll probably go really high though. And then this has servants. Loch Ness Monster? Is it tipping its head back? Is this its... I don't know. Shoot, look at all those boxes we have to go through yet. Oh my. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Okay, just have to dig in. Inside of these, it looks like hair. I just saw those at an antique mall, but it kind of looks like hair inside of them. Oh, get it together. I was trying to see how much vintage Christmas was in that box. That is fun. Ooh, that's right up my alley. What else is in here? Tiki. Lights. Santa. Homemade box. Huh. Oops. Let's see if I can get to it. That is the question. Is it just an empty box or is there something in it? Oh, that is so sad. Oh. Heavy stuff on top of shiny brights. Crud. A whole bunch of little accordion racks. And with some jars. That's a neat stained glass piece with some more bulbs in it. More bulbs. Uh-oh. Mm-mm. You know me. It's just the box. Little spice rack. Looks like it has all its with it, all the jars with it, and now all the writing, but that's okay. Look at that table. That's cool. Comes out. Nice legs, nice metal on the top. That's a nice table. And we have 2 more boxes of Christmas. Seeing lots of Christmas right now for today. Right on. And this would glow. It's just not the green. Love that orange. Color is fun. Does it just say stainless? But it's a fun orange color. They are orange. This one would glow. Do you have your glow light to show that glows? I have one of them in the booth, but most people don't have it glow.
It's white though. Does it have anything written in it?
No. Just a shaker.
Oopsa.
Oops. Opus. Oh, look. There was a little frog built into that, so it would have had a chain and kind of like a bird bath.
That's what I'm assuming it would have just hung.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, those come too. Those don't.
These are newer. Which ones glow? These?
Yeah. These. I don't think so. This one and that one.
Oh. So they are older. Are you sure they glow?
Yeah. See it now?
Oh, okay. These are older. The black ones. Sugar and flour. That would be a good one to try for. What's in here?
There's gold keys in this, which some are skeleton. Then there's more skeleton, more
cow.
skeleton. Just
Oh
regular
my
keys. Wait. And
Oh my lord.
then some kind of epoxy they fill in.
Oh, so it's a keep memorial. We're gonna call it memorial. What's in this box? Hardware.
Hardware.
Hardware's in that box.
Or 45. Find it all together. So let's let's go. $5 roll it. All right, behind you, boss. Guys, you bought it all. 10, you bought all 10, 12 and a half, 12 and 15. 12 and 15, 12 and 15, now 17 and a half. I am 20, now 20, now 20, now 20, now 20, down the bill. 17.50, 45.
So it's the end of the day at the auction. As you can see, I'm hot and sweaty. So the easiest thing to do is buy the items, but then you have to pack them all up. You have to weed out, like a lot of it is garbage today in with the items. There's that. So while Chris takes another load across the very busy street, I am just junk. It's basically junk that nobody wants. So if you're going to be a real auction goer, you want to get a $2 dolly. Because I'm hoping it's the last load. Luckily a lot of the stuff came in totes. So there's that, yes. The behind the scenes of bringing it all home. If you could have saw us going through the packages to get it into totes to be able to, yeah, there's that. Making a plan. There's just one little bit left, I think. So the coins that Chris got at today's auction, if you all are curious.
So the last auction he had, I was able to get, and I can show you in the books here, I was able to get a ton of $half for very low price. This time there were some collectors there, so I was not able to get a lot of coins, but he did have some silver dollars. And if I can pick those up for under $50, I know people are going to be like, well, what kind did you get and all that. I'm not a super collector. I just like to get them. So these ones are all in the 20s. This one actually is from 1883, though. And then with it came, this is a large cent. So this is from 1831, this large 1 cent. If you think about it, though, that is almost 200 years old.
Yeah.
So I just think that's fun to find something like this and to think in my mind, where has it been? How long has it been out there? And then there were a couple of silver. These are all before. If a coin is before 64, they're 90% silver. So back in the day, if we would have thought about it, we would have kept all of our silver coins when they switched it over with the copper band on the inside. And they will go, like I said, they'll go in my collections here.
Yeah.
Yvonne got me these books to sit there and put them in.
Yep. So that's in case you guys, some of you commented last time about seeing his coin, some of his coins. So.
You know, like I said, I collect them to collect them, just to have. I don't collect them because I don't know that much about them. You know, some people will be like, well, is it the Carson City one or is it from here or from there? I don't know. Someday when they have an auction because I'm not here anymore, someone will find out, but not me.
Do you want to talk first?
No, go ahead.
You can. Okay, so today's auction, yes, we were back for the 6th sale. We have not done all 6 sales at the Shop-A-Holic Haunted Mansion.
We've done 3.
We've done 3, yes. So have been able to score and make it to the last 3. They just keep emptying out rooms, so you don't know until you get there that day. They try to show some of the pictures on Auction Zip, which they think is would attract a crowd, which of course is coins that Chris showed you. And yeah, so there's that. So looking through the boxes this time, I was trying to really spy, is there something in the box for me to dig down deep, trying to, bring things out, waiting for other people to dig in the boxes to see if they found any treasures, going back a couple times, looking at the boxes. That's why for this one, it was really important to get there over an hour early. But yes, then the pictures, so many frame pictures. I didn't even really deal with the pictures this time because I keep buying them and I'm like, okay, I know there's at least 1 or 2 more auctions after this. I kid you not.
Yeah, he said he's going to try to do it all in one more auction, and his staff just kept on saying there's no way.
Yeah.
He did say that if he is able to do it in one auction, plan on being there for 9 to 10 hours because there is still a lot of stuff.
Yes, and they have a porta potty. But there's no lunch truck, pack
a lunch.
Pack a lunch, pack of drinks.
And we've been there.
We better do some chairs. I saw some people have some chairs this time. That was a smart idea because we ended up sitting on our totes. But yes, because there are sections that you're not interested in bidding. So if you've ever been to an auction, they just go. I don't know how the auction, especially this one's only one auctioneer, how he just keeps on going.
Yeah, he doesn't take a bathroom break or anything. He just keeps going.
Nope, he just keeps on going, keeps on selling. They keep on holding items up. They keep trying to move. I mean, it is just moved along. There's not a lot of conversation. It is just going. So luckily there's 2 of us, so we are able to
pack as we go.
Or, okay, I'm going to go carry this off. You stated this, there's something we want. Anyway, so it's a great auction. We gave up Midland and Springfield to go to this auction, and it did not disappoint by any means. We got some huge treasures. I know this is way more treasures than we probably would have gotten at either show.
For the price.
For the price, yes. So
the other thing too is this auction is less than an hour away.
There's that.
Midland is 2.5 hours.
Yep.
And Springfield is 4.
Yep.
And we have to spend the night, or we don't have to, but we spent the night the last time at Springfield.
Well, there's just a lot to drive, then shop, and especially if it, yesterday, it was hot.
Yes.
It's so hard right now here in Michigan and probably lots of other areas where the mornings start off cold, and so you kind of dress for the weather, and you think you're dressed in for layers. And then it's predicted it was only supposed to get into the high 70s, the low 80s, and it was 90 some degrees yesterday. They were a little bit off on their temperature gauge there, so it was hot.
Well, other than snow, we've hit every weather at this auction. The first one, it rained the whole day. The second one, it was cold. Mm-hmm. This last one was very hot. So maybe in a few weeks when we go back, it'll be snowing. It's Michigan.
I don't know. I don't know. It'd just be nice to have a nice, cool auction. You can. Anyway, so yes, so we got lots of treasures. We're going to share most of them with you. And the thing is, this Shop-A-Holic gentleman bought everything. It did not. He bought primitives. He bought art collection. He bought art pieces. He bought mid-century modern. So you're just, I mean, you're able to do a lot of different things. And so with Chris and I in my one booth, my antique booth, I do it all. I try to do a little bit of every type that somebody would want to buy or somebody would want to collect. I'm lucky to have a big enough booth, have that amazing shelving that we had purchased from the lady with the garden, the greenhouse that closed. I mean, it just, that shelving is a blessing to be able to have all these little sections and be able to like, okay, so I should be looking for more mid-century modern, or I need some more jadeite, or I need some more primitive shaker pantry boxes. It's really, it's a blessing. So
Well, you also get to decorate them, which is something you like to do. You know, I mean,
yeah.
you'll sit there and take it and you'll put the jadeite in there, but then she'll tweak it all around so it looks like a little, almost like her own vignette that she'll make for you guys. She'll make
y'all
those
do that, right?
in her booth
Right?
so that way it's appealing when people come in.
Yes, so that's nice. And so it is nice that then that way I get to shop for everything. So I can look beyond just what I personally collect, and then look beyond to what I think sells, even though I love it all.
And you had that discussion with somebody at the auction yesterday.
Yes, I had a discussion with Marion. Hi, Marion. I learned your name. That, you know, I was purchasing something and I said, well, that may not be my vibe or the way that I decorate, but it's somebody else's vibe. So you have to think beyond that sometimes, that, you know,
As
like
a dealer.
as a dealer or reseller, and it's all depends on if you have the space and what you want to, what attracts you. You know, it's hard if that's not your attraction, then you're not going to stop or you're not going to think about buying it. But luckily, I don't know, maybe it's the hairdresser in me, and then taste is all personal, and so you know, you're not like judging like that I can see the beauty in all of it, all those different way that people collect, even like the new, which was cottagecore, but now it's kind of turned into grandmacore. Yeah, that's a thing now. Somebody's now labeled it grandmacore. So yeah, I'll look for everything, you know, within reason, of course of the prices. So anyway, you probably want me to stop jabbering. I can jabber on all day.
I've heard that.
So we got some amazing pieces. So we spent $13.50, I think, this time. But again, the van was packed.
Well, 200 and some, 200 plus was the coins.
Was coins. And then I spent up on a piece of original handmade wall art, I'm going to call it. So I spent $100 on that. And then I got 2 glowy glass pieces that I did spend up. But the rest of it was a great deal. And y'all, we scored on some amazing Christmas, vintage Christmas. Every time I opened a box, I kept seeing vintage Christmas, and you know, I'm weak. I have a weak spot. I need to have time in a day to go through all the vintage Christmas I've been buying.
Or time in a week,
Yeah.
because you have a lot of it.
Yeah. Anyway, so where should we start? Oh, I'll start with off of this piece first. The video, this piece probably looked really weird because it had a wreath on it, and then it had the wood piece sticking out, but that's just the way the guy stored it. And somebody painted on it. And this is the one piece that I said, it may not be my style, but somebody else is going to love that style. So it's got your mid-century modern, it's got your industrial, it's got your grandmacore, and those little mannequins, they are good sellers. So if you can get your hands on some of those, usually I don't get my hands on any of those, but it's nice the way they had it staged because nobody really cared about it. So there's that. So we'll start right off with these 2 pieces. I usually don't buy these cardboard displays because they go really high, and I'm not really a Coke collector. But Santa was only just holding the one Coke, and unfortunately he does have some damage at the bottom.
And that was something we did find auction, is this guy collected a ton of stuff, but he really didn't take care of anything. And you find spots that have damage on the bottom. I'm sure when we go through this and a lot of stuff that we are sending out to auction, you know, it's got a chip or a break, just like what was the Santa Claus that you redid?
The whole Howard.
You know, it probably was not like that when he bought it, but because how he stored stuff and just threw stuff on top of each other, which you'll see in the Christmas decorations, you know, he actually ruined a lot of nice pieces.
So I actually got that for $10. So there's reselling that, even in that condition. Somebody will love it because that would have been an old store display.
Yeah, it still has and if we lay it flat, it should help that bottom, and then this will kick out.
Yeah.
And the
I
clock
could probably order
actually bent around it.
Yeah, I could probably order some like cardboard tape and then fix that little piece and then reinforce that, like you said, reinforce that little corner.
And his fingers.
Or and his fingers, and that would really help it. I mean, for $10, I don't mind spending a little bit.
To help preserve it.
Yeah, to help have its life, because really that piece is there, it's just bent in. So, there we go. And then I did pick up another mirror with the beveled glass, because look, it's beautiful. And I think I only gave $10 for it. So by the time I paint it Old Olive, and it cleans up, because I don't know if some of the curious because there was like a huge smell this time, like that musty mildewy smell. If some of this came out of the basement, because there was definitely critters that over time had lived in certain stuff. If people really knew where their antiques came from when they went to an antique store, they may not buy it. But by the time us pickers and resellers get it, clean it up, make it look the best that it can possibly look, they have no idea. So I was weak, because this is a beautiful stained glass piece. I like this, like the shield. And what I didn't know until I bought it,
it's actually metal.
It's metal.
And it was in concrete.
Oh, wow.
So it's very heavy.
It's very heavy.
It does have some damage.
Yes, there's that. I thought, well, that one is so minute, and I've seen other ones sell for more money in worse condition. So I have to get over that something's broken. And I think I gave $100 for this, though. Even though Chris reminded me reminded me that as I'm buying stained glass, that I have not sold a single one from the last auction that I bought a whole bunch of stained glass for. But the way that I have to display it on the back of our shelving, I don't know necessarily if a lot of people are seeing it. But now, you know, we're getting out of summer and people are going into their houses. And like, you know, stained glass, you can't sell it for cheap.
No, I'm saying that too. I mean, why not buy another one then?
Hey, I gave up that big, beautiful one that Marion got for $10. I really wanted that one, but I'm like, oh my gosh, it's huge. It is so huge. That one is so cool. That's a little bit newer, but yeah. I can't help it. I like stained glass, and it's beautiful.
I just thought it'd be funny to say.
This is the piece that, well, I guess I gave $100 for stained glass, and then I gave $100 for this piece.
It's two-sided.
And it's two-sided, so it would have hung. Somebody probably was, you know, clocks, jewelry's gifts. It's an old-timey sign. It needs, I think, a better hanging system. A stronger wire. And I don't even care if it sits in my booth for 3 years. I think it is beautiful. It would attract somebody. Somebody's going to love it. It is a cool display piece. We skim over. This just happened to be an auction extra, but it's a fondue set.
But fun colors.
Fun colors, mid-century modern colors. It looks like most of the pieces are there. So it would have been like a little butane. You never know what extra might be in there. We tried to clean everything out. But so the whole set is there. So I'm not just going to set that to auction. I wanted to look that up to see, you know, because people do fondues, and those colors are amazing. So the brownware is kind of like an auction extra. Also, I didn't necessarily bid on it, but it came along with something that I bought. And then this little jug is a signed pottery piece, so I probably will keep that. Some of this, I'll let Alex and Becca look over if they want to do anything with it, or I'll send it to auction. Like this I mean, this isn't a signed piece, it's a hand-carved wooden piece that sometimes you have to Google Lens to see if you find the artist.
He had tons of hand-carved pieces.
But this is probably the piece that I was going for. No, actually, I think there was some Christmas in this box. I did this little mid-century modern vibe I will put in my booth, and I'm having good luck selling it right now. So with no condition issues and the fun color, yeah, so I'll go for that. And this is the same, this was a whole little lot. So there was some Christmas in this with this stuff, and that's how I got that whole, this was a whole box, y'all. And then that was just a little, I mean, it's just a cute little dish. What this is excited about is glowy glass. So, I did, I think I got the second bid, and the first person was a silver, so he was looking for silver. So this was a whole depression glass, the green glowy glass. And then oddly enough, these are like a light aqua color, but they glow beautiful. So I don't really know too much about that. This little creamer, it's got some etching on it. And it doesn't glow as much as I would hope for it to glow. Now this one, as we showed you in auction, is a white. And I'm not sure who the maker is, but I have another one in my booth, and unfortunately I need to get better glowy in my lights in my booth, because nobody knows that they just look at it as it being white and that it doesn't glow. Now the jadeite are the new purchase jadeite, but I was surprised by these. So I don't know anything about these little makers.
The cool ones are these.
But look at how these ones glow. And then I think the yellow ones glow too, don't they?
These set of three.
Yeah. So I don't know anything about those, but those are absolutely cool. So yes, I bought a couple salt and pepper shaker lots so I could get the ones that glowed. These are just some old spice ones that say flour and sugar. They are the black, so black is a good thing to look for. This was just a little divided dish that I don't know too much about. And then, of course, I'm going to hang on to the little swan ducky gooses. And then these, I believe, are, what are those called? I can't think of it right now. You guys can comment below. But I know these with the little balls of glass or something, and that I should keep those. Yes. And then this little stained glass piece, terrarium, that might end up being cracked at the bottom, shoot, but I think you can still salvage it. That green color is amazing, so I think it'll clean up, and I can put a low price tag on it because it was an auction extra.
This is some copper that came as extras again. Even if there's no value in them, the scrap metal value also for copper
I know it's hard,
is
y'all.
high. But I mean, if there's no value, if no one wants them,
Right.
you might as well take them and recycle them.
Yeah, we always look it up, so don't think that.
In an extra box that Yvonne got, there was just a bunch of miscellaneous hardware. These are really
Those
fun.
are neat.
You know, they're just little hooks. There's the old brass spigots. This would have been on some kind of a roller.
Very industrial.
These are little steps, and they actually say them to buggies. They would have mounted underneath, and you'd put your foot on
There's
it to get
two
in the
of them, right?
tractor. They're two different ones,
Oh.
but yeah. This one, I don't know, maybe this is a mini cannonball, because this thing is heavy. And then this one is not.
What's in there?
It's actually a really nice vintage door set to open and lock your doors
Yeah. So
for a
those are-
cupboard.
Yeah, this is very cool though. That's nice. Surprise in the box. Don't
Yeah.
just throw boxes away. Look at them. So the box of extras came with the one, this is what I wanted. I wanted this a mushroom, butterfly, and frogs. What is not to love about this? Now I've sold the bigger version before for like $100, and so I know this one, when I looked it up, is like $50, but I cannot wait to clean this
The
up.
colors are still really good on
The
it. too.
colors, it's not sun bleached. Yeah, this should be a good seller for that mid-century modern, and I already know where I want to display it in my booth. Yes, I could sell it online, but you got to keep stuff for your booth. so this one was a little odd. This is somebody's beautiful work, gorgeous work. See what we talked about, how he just bought stuff and then just threw it, but it had this glass on it, but then it had that frame. So to me, this didn't match, because this to me is more Victorian, and then this to me is more mid-century modern grandma core. So I'm actually going to try to clean this and change it. I think I have, I'll hand him back the frame. I think I have another frame that's round with glass that I can exchange that frame for, or use that frame for something else.
We have shown before when Yvonne picks these up, or when we pick these up. It's funny, they sell.
They do all day long. They sell.
You know, they're so common though. You see them everywhere. But yeah, they sell fairly quick. And there was a box full. There's 7 of these. And
now I sell them for 14 and under, so I think that matters. Now these are just plain Janes, which is awesome. You know, the more innate ones that have like little metal pieces or some kind of little porcelain, now those sell for more, like $35, but these all day long. I have a little cubby. So I'm lucky enough to have a little cubby where I bought this nesting box that I display the 1803 candles that I resell that I can't sell online because it's a district thing. But so I just stick like 4 of those in a time, and I mean, every week I sell out of them. So if I can find them, I mean, I'll even pick them up for $7, and those are the ones that sell for $14, but I'm making $7. As long as I know it is an item that is going to sell.
these were there. They're just the paper holders.
I love this one because it's smaller.
It reminds me of the one that we just redid. You know, I mean, it's
A smaller
the same
version,
size.
yes. But this one has writing on it. I think the ones I just put in the booth do not have writing on it. So this one says 12, the right 12.
It's 12 inches wide then.
Okay.
Because this one says 24, New York 24.
Oh, there you go. So this one already had the paper, which is awesome.
Yep. So what I do is I just go out to my scrap pile and I will grab a piece of wood that is similar in style, put a little bevel on it, and then mount these to it, and we'll sell them all day long.
Yeah. We're lucky enough to be also fixer people. Not only we people that resell, but we think beyond, like, okay, if I just put that in our booth the way that it is, it would probably just sit, because it seems like most people want a finished product. So they want to be able to add it right into their decor. So that's what I always talk about, making something look the best that you can by putting a base that I'm lucky enough to have Chris to be able to cut that, and we're able to try to match up what stains on the top or coincide the 2 pieces together. Because really these were mounted on like a general store. They were mounted on their countertop, or they were mounted basically their countertops.
Yeah, in a butcher's market or something.
Yeah, so that's why they're never really on a base.
With these, the smaller ones do sell quicker just because kitchens. I mean, would you have room for this in your kitchen or this big 24-inch in your kitchen?
Yes.
So this would be almost for like somebody that wants to make up their own little store display, and this is just for common use.
Well, yeah, people opening like a gift shop or an antique,
Yes.
they actually do use that to wrap their stuff in. So
Yep.
lots of them.
Something that I bid on and I got was this box, and it sold as 1 lot, and these jars are full because I was going through it last night.
The jars came with accordion
Yes.
pieces.
Yep, and they're Atlas and ball jars. And I had pretty decent luck with just filling these up, putting a lid on them, and marking them for a certain amount of money. This is full of just clock keys.
I want to pour them out in your hand.
Just clock keys.
I know somebody commented that there might be some skate keys, but I don't know.
Yeah, there might be skate keys in there too. Those would have been the skates that you would actually just screw on. You don't screw them on, you tighten them down. That's what the key was for, to tighten them down onto your shoes back in the day. A lot of these are automotive keys. I mean, GM, Ford, Chrysler were in those. This is a box full of when I was going through. He had a bunch of padlocks. He's got an old room key.
Oh, somebody didn't turn the room
And then
key
he's
in.
got the key holders. And you can see,
Yeah.
I mean, this is definitely, after you get done touching this stuff, you want to wash your hands.
Don't touch your face.
But this was the big part that I wanted to get, were all of these skeleton keys. These usually sell for $1 to $2 a piece if they're just common. So I'm just going to set them up in one of our glass cases, and it'll just say $1 a key or $2 a key, and let people pick them out. Yvonne also pointed out that there's a bunch like this, and you can see that they did get rusty. I'll work on these and get them all cleaned up. But when I'm done, if I can keep them on these key hooks or the keychains, she could probably do some vignettes with them or just sell them as is.
Yep.
And then there was some hardware and stuff that came with it. And if you get to this part, there are those little numbers.
Oh, right there. You're almost there. Well,
Do you see it?
well, first there's a little lion head I spy.
Yeah, there's 4 of them in there.
Oh, those are awesome.
Lionhead hardware.
And then these little numbers,
Yep.
little tags.
But there were some numbers on them.
No, this one doesn't have a number. You hit them so well, Chris. Oh, that's a number though.
That's a
I love
number.
anything that. And that's almost the Christmas number of 25.
There's one of them.
Oh, so maybe. Oh,
And
ooh.
there was another one of 6 or something. So as you're digging through, I mean, keep that in mind. I mean, there's tons of little pieces that you're able to do
There's
things with.
somebody's other. What is that? Don't know. Anyway, okay. There is out here with us, and he's telling me that there's no bugs to chase today, and can I find one so he can chase it? Right, Tater? Do you need some bugs? No bugs to chase? Don't you? Yeah. You say, no, let's not jump on the table. Did I ever show you that Tater's 2 fangs do not fit into his mouth? Oh, anyway, so I hope he's finding a place. He's like, I am feeling like I need to jump up. Yes, his little fangs don't fit into his mouth. It's so cute. See, it's so cute. So these 2, one piece I knew was there. They had this beautiful custard owl in their pictures. It's a fairy light, and these go for good money. And then the piece I didn't know when I got there was the other owl. And you did see in the video that I showed that this little ring is broken off, but my gosh, that is not any big deal. Is it pristine? No. But then when I looked it up, it was supposed to have some type of eyes on it, which I thought were really creepy. I actually like
Devil eyes.
I actually like it without the eyes. So, yeah, it's actually a little recess that would have had some glass eyes on it. But, man, you all look at that glow. Oh, my goodness. The glow is amazing. The detail is amazing. Pristine condition, these were going for about $275 on eBay. And then this little guy goes for about $100 on eBay. But I'll actually clean them up and I'll put them in my booth for right now, just because I have another little owl in there. So it'll be like a nice little attraction collection. And then hopefully somebody will notice it. Like I said, I need to get a better black light system to have them really shine and glow and be beautiful.
Do you want to show the pucks while you get the light?
Oh, yes. So these are Blanco little puck candle holders. And oh my gosh, look at the glow on these bad boys. Now, I've seen other ones on eBay, but they weren't showing that they glowed. They were more amber in color, and these have like a yellow tone to them. But I can't believe how...
Turn back on the light to show them.
Yeah, so these are more yellow to me than amber. But if you would just look at this, you would like, that doesn't glow. There's no glow there.
Well, you would almost think they're just some form of insulator. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew they were Blanco. I've seen Jocelyn pick these up, just the white version, the clear version, I guess, the clear version at Goodwill's, because she's lucky enough to find stuff like that at Goodwill's. So I knew that they were probably Blanco, and I was happy because it was an auction extra. that when I was digging through the box of what to go through and what, what to keep, what to not keep. So I found one at first, and I was really hoping that there was going to be two. And I know Jocelyn even if she just finds one, she picks the one up. But when we were shining the light onto the owls, is when it kind of like, hey, those glow too. So that was really cool. This was just, I didn't know if the old manual would be worth anything. It's not. This was the weird stick that was sticking out of the dress form. The jars, like Chris showed you, they're almost like a dime a dozen here in our area. So they're probably better off for him putting things in. Jesus himself, was an auction extra. He's in good condition, so I see no reason why I cannot try to resell him. I think he's just resin. He's heavy. So now Chris bid on...
Yes, I bid on the Dynamite box, but unfortunately it came with books. And we're not book people. We don't know a lot about them. So you've got this pile here, and then down at the end of the table there was another pile that it came with. But we thought, you've got the books. You might as well try and see what they're for. What did people use them?
So basically, the saddest part of an auction that y'all would hate to see is the huge trash. And we've talked about that huge trash bin that all day long people are chucking stuff in and books are getting chucked in. So instead of chucking it in,
we thought we'd bring it home.
We thought we'd bring them home, look at them, have the kids look at, see if they wanted anything, take a quick snap, at least donate them, not to put them in the dumpster. Because a lot of them, the lot that we got seemed to be a lot of art-inspired books. So, yeah, and the nice thing, even though by the dumpsters, y'all, some people do leave some stuff that they don't want on the ground and don't chuck it in. So that's nice. So if you want to pick from that, they just don't want to... Like Chris has always said...
Well, we go to a ton of auctions, and this happens all the time where they just say, we don't want to clean it up at the end, go throw it in the dumpster. That's what it's there for. So people just chuck it in there. And I've always asked the auctioneers and other people at the auctions too, why don't you just set up one of your resin tables here and put a sign on it that says free? And anything that I don't want, like we got rid of a bunch of salt and pepper shakers that we don't want.
But you gave them to somebody.
I did give them to somebody because I hate to see them just get thrown away. Why not just have a table there that says free? And if I'm taking over, let's say we didn't want the fondue set, and I take it over and I set it down, somebody sees it there, they know it's free, they can take it. But that keeps it out of the landfill. It gives somebody some extra income or something that might bring them joy. Yvonne's heavy bucket.
Oh, but y'all, I know. So it's printer press letters, and it's going to be a messy job, but I thought if I can come up with a whole alphabet to sell y'all, or to sell as a grouping.
And there are tons.
There are a ton of them, and I can't even lift this.
Yeah, it has to be 50 pounds worth of letters.
It's so heavy, but I know that like scrappers were kind of looking at it, and I'm like, no. So there's that. So this is not going to be a fun job, seeing if I can get like the 26 letters, 26 right in the alphabet, yeah. At least to make an alphabet grouping.
And then after you're done with this, you must wash your hands.
I thought the sign was funny. I like the sign.
It was definitely needed at that auction. Now this was something that you had paid up a little bit for.
I paid up a little bit, but...
They're very unusual. They are gas candles. So you'd actually fill them up with, I'm assuming, butane. And then you light them and they stay lit.
But they were still in the original box.
I don't know if I can take...
So they kind of like, the lucite candles kind of like made me think of lucite candles. I think there's a little button maybe right there. No. Or we don't know how you open them. Oh, you just pull them out. So, yeah.
Oh, so it's up. Well, that's how you fill it.
Yeah. So is it butane?
Would
they had butane then? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I thought they were beautiful. Even if you don't fill them with anything, like the little etching in them. I have not looked them up. They may be worth less than I paid for them. I don't even remember what I paid for them. But And at first when I saw this, I thought they were little crosses because I had not looked in this box when the auctioneer had picked them up. So it made me want them even more, thinking that they had to do with religion. But
Yeah, they're butane.
yeah, oh, they're butane. So I just thought it was a neat set. So probably
Unusual.
something,
Definitely
probably
unusual.
something I'd have to put on eBay because a lot of people in the booth wouldn't really, yeah. Anyway, so this was a separate bid, and I know that it was not complete. I know that it is a Fairy Light base. It's missing its Fairy Light, and maybe God will grant me the next 2 auctions or 3 auctions they have, the top will show up somewhere in his collection, and I will
Or
find
maybe
it.
the past 6 auctions it's already sold.
Yes. But it's still that beautiful yellow Vaseline glass that glows. If it would have of course, the top. The bases still sell for $80. So imagine what it would have done with the top on eBay. So that's what Chris talked about, that unfortunately he just brought the stuff home after an auction and he just sat it down and he didn't match things up and they got broken, and then he just took boxes on boxes on boxes. But yeah, even without the topper for it to be a Fairy Light, it's a cool piece. Now the box that I did get a whole bunch of auction extras, I actually won the bid and got to pick. I wanted this Blue Mountain Pottery swan planter, which was in wonderful shape. So I think, that we bid on ourselves. So this is a McCoy piece. I don't know how well this McCoy piece does. But as you see, McCoy usually sells really well for me online because there's McCoy collectors. But with that piece, I bid on it, and I wanted this California Pottery pieces, this butter dish, which still has the original tag on it. It doesn't sell for high.
It's plum.
Well, it's California Pottery. If you flip over on the back side. No, maybe I just looked it up and knew that. I probably Google lensed it while I was there. So just beautiful mid-century modern. And then it had the beautiful salt and pepper shakers with it. I was going to say one didn't have the stopper. But beautiful. That color is just so vibrant. But in the box that I got this Hall piece came in. I don't know much about this. It may not have very high resale. Who knows? These little 1930 light bulbs were in here, which I all would be using in some type of a vignette.
This was in. Was it in there
It
also?
It was in there also.
It's a blue glass, but
It
I'm
looks
not,
like a lens cover.
not really sure what they would have been for. But there's 4 of them.
It looks like a stoplight of some sort.
Or would they have gone on gasoline lanterns for railroad guys?
Maybe.
I don't know. So if anybody does know, drop us a comment and let us know what they're for.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, so I'll definitely look those up.
This was a very nice surprise. It was in the bottom of maybe this box. I'm not sure which box it was in. I grabbed it. It was...
What are you doing? Hey, not with the glowy glass. Not with the glowy glass, mister. You got in trouble.
I'm not sure what box this was in, but it was a heavy brass piece. I mean, it's
swans, and
Swans in the
I have
candle.
good luck eBay or in the booth with swans. So
This is some kind of a thermometer. I can't think it's for candy because it doesn't go high enough. But I'd really hope it's not for your house because you don't want your house at 103 degrees either.
what is that for, y'all? So this is just a little green bowl that was just an auction extra, and the same was a monarch, and can't even say that name. And then the little piggy, that was all in that box. And then this came in where we bought one of the rolls.
You gotta love stuff with little wooden handles.
Yes, yeah.
Even though it's not the red or the green.
It's black though. Yeah. This was a separate bid. I've sold many of these so far, so whether I separate it out, because there's a lot of keys on this one, I might separate it out and then find similar keys or something like that. But that would make it a lot of money to have that many keys on it. And then I bid on the box that had these little mid-century grandma
sugar coffee, a creamer, and salt and pepper.
Yeah. So yeah, that I know those of you who grew up with the avocado green are not fascinated by the avocado green, but there's a lot of people are, and I don't know that maker at all. Oh, I did get an amber bud vase extra, and here we go, more extras. This little chick egg holder extra. This little guy was an extra. Little squirrel planter. Another extra was a little frog in a flower with no maker's mark. A little, this probably would have had a stopper, little cruet, I think they're called, but amber. And then, no, I think that came in with the Fire King.
Yep.
But this was an auction extra with some, he does have a chip on him, darn it all. I thought he was in great condition, but the dog, he's funny. If you just display him that way, he is cute. So he would have been like a condiment.
He's very proud.
He's very proud. And then another auction extra was this Hager piece. So I will definitely will look up a Hager to see if it is selling.
Would that have been a candle holder?
Yes, different sizes of candles. You could have went right up to a 3-wick. And then the same with the box, there was this black weight dumbbell. And then a brass, very heavy brass. I don't know what this material is, if it's Bakelite. I don't
Candle
know.
snuffer?
Yeah, a little snuffer. So then a lot of Fire King. These colors is what caught my eye. So I hope they clean up well. Most of them look like they're going to clean up well. There are, which one?
Miscellaneous bulletin.
This one did have a chip, but this one was a little bit of water, a dishwasher, but sometimes coconut oil. I find coconut oil works better than hemp oil. I didn't like waiting for the hemp oil to try to harden. Coconut oil worked a lot better, so I can try to see if that will brighten that up or not. But yeah, this one, the red is in good shape, which is usually the red's in the worst shape. So, and then there are these that are still Fire King, and it's just like a little set. So, and then the cups are kind of like a little extra going on there. So,
and it's all Fire King.
And it's not terrible high
this
value.
one.
Oh, the opalescent
Yeah.
one. So they're not all high value by any means, but individually, if you can sell something for $8 to $10, I think I gave 30 for
You got it in volume.
Yes,
That's what you did.
I got, $30 for the box is what I think I paid for it. So I don't mind figuring it all out and pricing them and cleaning them and making them look the best that they possibly can. Okay, so he does not sell for very much, but I thought if I can get him for $20, he is a Russian, like the creepy Santas that I collect. Yes, they do make other things other than the creepy Santas. Alex just recently came across the reindeer, or a type of a deer, which it wasn't really for him. It was the lady that owns the antique mall, and that sold for like a few $100s. So I did go ahead, oh, Tater. I did go ahead and get this for $20. The resale on this little toy soldier is what it is only like $40, but this is going into my collection because how many?
Because you like to scare everybody that comes to our house at Christmas.
It's funny because I'm not a doll collector, which is what's really funny, but the blue eyes, and what do you think, Tater? Yes, so yeah. Tater's very needy, as you can see. Tater's very cuddly and needy right now. So
what are you looking at?
So multiple totes this time had multiple pieces of vintage
Christmas bulbs.
And it was really hard because you were taking your chance, because if y'all saw in the boxes, heavy stuff was put on top of these very breakable bulbs. Now some of them are new, some of them are not really shiny brights. I didn't care. The boxes are just as valuable to me. The sadness was when I opened up that one and saw that one being crushed. So, but maybe I can put it in something, a vignette, a little display that I do, and salvage it, so I'm not just going to throw it away. And then this piece, of course, was on the dress form. But there were just randomly, all these were all free, just rolling around in there. I did find one more glass topper that wasn't in a case that luckily was not broken. But y'all, they're just full. They are full of vintage, and I could not stop bidding on them.
Oh, bidding.
And then I wasn't getting the first bid, y'all, because as you go on to an auction, you figure out what people are bidding on. But some beautiful boxes. And like I said, if you really knew,
At
y'all.
least they're gone.
Yes. So that box is worthless, but the stuff inside, so yeah. If people really knew what their stuff looks like when it comes to us before we clean it. Probably one of my favorites right here that I'll probably keep for myself is Santa's face. But yes. Now, even though they don't say shiny bright, some of them are vintage beautiful bulbs. And then I was kind of separating things, which, may not be everybody's vibe. We've talked about that before, but people decorate differently. I fell in love with these. I actually had seen these recently at an antique mall and almost bought them, but then the Godwink moment, little elf. And then this box over here is a little bit more grandma-core. Oh, I love those. So, of course, I'm going to keep those because these would be right up somebody's alley the way that they decorate. And then I've been wanting to find a whole bunch of the old bulbs.
Vintage bulbs.
And I found 2 totes.
Yes.
Now, not all together.
Now,
But-
this tote right here is just the lights that are strung still.
Yes, on the cord. So
So
they
that
off.
whole tote right there is full of these vintage ones. And then this whole tote right here is full of the individuals, the replacement bulbs. I guess there is some corded ones way back there, but
yes. So what do you all think? So thanks for seeing what was in the boxes, what we brought home, spending the day with us at an auction. So now the fun part of being a reseller is the hunt and the buying. Now we have to do the cleaning, the pricing, the researching on all the pieces. It's okay.
But by doing the research, though, sometimes it is fun because then you don't realize that you do have something nice and valuable.
Yes, I will comment that, I always say that I only have so much time in a day, and that I will let Alex and his girlfriend Becca go through whatever we don't want at first before we send it to auction, since he is also a reseller. And one of the last auctions we went to at the Haunted Mansion, there was this little cameo tile. It was blue, and I didn't really think it had a guy's face on it, and I didn't think too much about it. So he took it, he researched it because of working at the antique mall. He kind of has an eye for that, and found out that it should have had like a little glass or little brass like bowl. It would have been a trinket box or stored something in it. Well, so he researched it, found out on WorthPoint that the tile was worth at least $50 on it by itself. So he listed it on eBay. Within minutes of him listing it on eBay, it sold. And then he's like, "Oh man, I should have put that up for an auction." Sometimes you just never know. And I'm happy because I would not have taken the time. I don't have the time to do that. So if he sees value in any of it, I'm going to go ahead. And it's just what you do as family anyway, to support them and get them going in this kind of path, because reselling is not an easy path, y'all. It is. It may look glamorous from the screen, but it is a lot of rework. It's a lot of work, but it's fun work, and you have to love it. So thanks again so much for watching today's video, and as always, if you're part of our YouTube family, thank you so much. And if you're new and you're checking out the channel for the first time, I hope you can hear me because the cat's on me. Thank you so much, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we've uploaded a new video, and we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye!